just standing outside barefoot 30, 45 minutes, it's going to help ground your body system and your blood will start to flow better. If you go outside and ground for 30 minutes, it's going to be more impactful than having that extra cup of coffee in the midday brew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So the first night I slept in electromagnetic protective clothing. So silver threaded clothing. We've all heard about the benefits of silver. I have a intranasal silver spray over there, right, for health and all that stuff. But it's the electromagnetic shielding through actually using specific type of clothing or blankets. Dr. Beverly Rubik's work is incredible in this space. I reference her, Rubik Rubik. I reference her in my paper. When the first night I slept in EMF protective clothing, silver threaded clothing, was the first night I had 100% sleep score on the Aura ring that was always in airplane mode, which I don't wear anymore because I don't like trackers, and then also the 8 sleep. So that's when I clued into the fact that, wow, this is really important that we mitigate these things. So it's the blood flow, it's being able to form coherent conversations when you're in a consultation with your client, and then you can follow them and your brain's getting good blood flow. So the
Mm-hmm.
EMF stuff is super super important. Just assume you're like radiation toxic from that stuff. Ground, start to wear that clothing, and then the regular detoxing. So that's a whole other beast, but basically regularly purifying and detoxing from yeast, fungi, heavy metals, mold, and parasites all the time.
Mm. And how does one go about doing that? Does that require, ongoing coffee enemas and colonics, or what is it? What are we really looking at to get that stuff out of our system, and at least to mitigate that which we're being bombarded with every other day?
Yeah, so the gut, we consider this the second brain. So some people are going to have a better predisposition, better gut microbiome. They're not going to be as predisposed to things like yeast, fungi, and parasites in their gut. However, some of us, we are a little bit more predisposed to them, and I am, and it's really frustrating. Every 21 days, I have to do a pretty hardcore detox just to keep my system pure. But it didn't get there easily. I would say March last year was really when I started to get my body in a more alkaline state, start to take these different herbs that can clear things out. And you have to start really gentle and working with I'm a practitioner. So I mean I could walk myself through this stuff pretty easily, right? And a lot of you listening are healers and practitioners as well. So it's just taking the time to learn about these things. So alkaline diet, eating the right foods. There's some really great test kits out there that will allow you to understand which foods are going to be your superfoods, your enjoy foods, your minimize, and your flat out avoid foods. There's no point doing anything if you are cleansing, if you're still eating the wrong foods for your epigenetic system, right? It's like putting the wrong petrol octane or oil, putting in a 1030 instead of a, 1040. You have to put the right fluids in, the right foods in for the
Right.
fuel.
Hmm.
And so that's really important. And then, you can start to kick things up with, there are different agents that I take now based on different protocols. So the purification stuff, it takes a lot of effort.
It does
It's,
sound like it.
yeah, it's not for everybody. Not everybody's willing to do the work, but when you do the work, then you get that 10th radiant body activated, and it's magnetic.